My name is David Parrish. I'm the president of an organization called World Missions and Evangelism. It's a mission agency based in Benton, Kentucky. The organization is 23 years old. We were just a mission sending agency till the year 2000, and then we began to train church planters. These guys go into some dangerous areas. They go into areas where they've been threatened. They go into areas where they could lay their life down. I was sitting at a table in Trujillo, Honduras, on the north coast, and one of our team members looked at me and said, and they translated for me, "Thank you for the sacrifices you make," he said, because, and then he says to me, he says, "Because you sacrifice, I'm willing to risk my life." Wow. That they're willing to take whatever risks necessary, and that really challenges me to do the best I can to help them to have what they need to do the job.
I can think of one time we were coming out of a village. I can't tell you the name of the village, but me and Daniel were coming out of this village, and it was about 9 o'clock at night. And we were coming out with our motorcycles, and we were met by four men with machine guns. And they were police, and they had these guns pointed at us. And we're out in the middle of nowhere, and we didn't know if they were really police or not. And they searched everything we had for about 2 hours and just harassed us and harassed us. And they told us that we couldn't go back into that town. And Daniel looks the guy straight in the eye, and he says, "You will not stop me from going back into this town, because God has called me to this village to spread His word. And if it costs me my life, I will not stop coming." The guy just kind of looks at him. Daniel looks over at me, and I said, "Yeah, and I feel the same way about it." And they just looked at us, and they smiled. And that was the end of the whole thing. We ended up taking pictures with them, and we ended up meeting with them the next week and giving them these pictures, and we never had another problem with them. But at times persecution does come. We've had guns pointed, we've had lies spread about us. I've personally been beaten before, so we just had a lot of things happen. But it's all part of it. And it's amazing how God will give you the strength through those times. It's amazing how you're not as afraid as you think you would be afraid in those times. I'm willing to die for the Lord, definitely.
There's no turning back. Jeremiah the prophet said, as he prophesied over his church, he was speaking directly from the throne room, I believe, to us today. He said the Lord would say this, "Call upon me, and I will answer you. And I will show you great and mighty things." And the other translations say this, it says that I will show you fenced in things. I will show you things, secret things. And I really believe that when we call upon God, we are able and have access to see what we otherwise never would see.